In today's story, you will listen to a funny and simple story about a man who loses his phone and almost loses his mind trying to find it. Stay with me until the end to discover where he finally finds it. It was a bright Sunday morning. The birds were singing outside, the sun was warm, and Tom was ready for a peaceful day. He opened his eyes, stretched his arms, and smiled. "Today I will relax," he said softly. He reached to his nightstand to check the time, but his hand touched nothing. The phone was gone. At first, Tom didn't worry. Maybe the phone fell on the floor. He looked under the bed. Nothing. He moved the blanket, lifted the pillow, checked the corner of the table. Still nothing. His heart started to beat faster. "Wait. Where is it?" he said aloud. He stood up, now a little nervous. Tom used his phone for everything: alarm, music, chatting, watching videos, even checking what to eat for breakfast. Without his phone, he felt empty. He started walking quickly around his small apartment. First, he went to the bathroom. "Maybe I left it here last night," he thought, but there was only his toothbrush. Then he ran to the kitchen. He opened every drawer. He looked inside the fridge, just in case. Nothing. Now panic really began. "Oh no, maybe I lost it outside," he said. He tried to remember the last moment he had it. Maybe when he watched a movie last night, or when he ordered pizza. He looked under the sofa cushions, behind the TV, and even inside the trash bin. Still no sign of the phone. He started to call out as if it could answer. "Phone, where are you? Please, come back." Then he sat on the floor, hands on his head. "I can't believe this," he said. "One small phone controls my whole life." He wanted to check the time, send a message, and even look up how to find a lost phone. But he couldn't, because his phone was missing. The morning that began so calm had turned into total chaos. Tom felt like he was losing not only his phone, but also his mind. Tom decided he would not give up. "Okay, I can do this," he told himself, taking a deep breath. He began a full search, room by room, corner by corner. First stop, the bedroom again. Maybe he missed something. He moved the blanket one more time, checked under the bed with a flashlight, and even opened the wardrobe. Only socks, clothes, and dust. No phone. Then he went back to the living room. He lifted every cushion, looked behind the curtains, and even under the carpet. Still nothing. "How can a phone just disappear?" he said to himself. It felt like the phone had grown legs and walked away during the night. Next, he searched the kitchen. He opened the fridge again. "Who knows? Maybe I sleepwalked and put it here," he said, half laughing, half serious. Inside the fridge was milk, eggs, and an apple. No phone. Then he looked inside the oven. Empty. He checked the microwave. Also empty. "Well," he sighed, "at least I'm cleaning my kitchen today." After that, Tom moved to the bathroom. He looked on the sink, behind the mirror, and even lifted the towel. But again, nothing. "How can this happen?" he said. "I live alone. There's nowhere else it could be." He stopped for a moment and tried to think logically. "Okay, Tom, you last used your phone to set the alarm last night. You didn't go outside, so it must be inside this apartment." He nodded to himself like a detective solving a big case. Then he started to check stranger places: the laundry basket, the shoe rack, even the pocket of his jacket from last week. He shook the jacket. Only some old receipts and a candy wrapper fell out. Minutes turned into hours. His small apartment now looked like a storm had hit it. Chairs moved, drawers open, clothes on the floor. Tom stood in the middle of the mess, breathing heavily. "This is crazy," he said. "My phone can't just vanish." He sat down on the couch again, tired and confused. The silence in the room felt louder than ever. No music, no notifications, no messages, just quiet. Tom looked around and whispered, Maybe my phone doesn't want to be found. But deep down, he knew he couldn't stop now. He stood up again, ready to continue the search, no matter how long it took. After almost 2 hours of searching, Tom was exhausted. He had looked everywhere, under the bed, behind the TV, even inside the washing machine. But his phone was still missing. He sat on the sofa, holding his head in his hands. "I can't do this alone," he said. "I need help." Tom lived in a small building, and his best friend, Anna, lived right next door. He went to her apartment and knocked on the door. When Anna opened it, she was surprised to see Tom looking so serious and messy. His hair was standing up and he was holding a pillow in one hand. "Tom, what happened? You look like you just fought a bear," she said, trying not to laugh. "My phone," Tom said dramatically. "It's gone. Completely gone." Anna raised her eyebrows. "Gone? What do you mean, gone? Did someone steal it?" Tom shook his head. "No, it just disappeared. I woke up and it wasn't there. I searched everywhere, the kitchen, bathroom, even the fridge. Nothing." Anna laughed. "You checked the fridge?" "Yes," Tom shouted. "You don't understand, Anna. I can't live without my phone. I can't check the time. I can't see my messages. I can't listen to music. I'm lost." Anna tried to stay calm. Okay, let's find it together. Maybe it fell somewhere you didn't think to look." They both went into Tom's apartment, and Anna looked around. The place was a total mess. Open drawers, clothes on the floor, sofa cushions everywhere. "Wow, it looks like a hurricane came through here," Anna said. "It's called panic," Tom replied. They started searching together. Anna looked under the bed again while Tom checked the kitchen cabinets. Nothing. Then Anna looked behind the sofa, under the table, and even inside Tom's shoes. Still nothing. After 20 minutes, Anna said, "Tom, do you have your phone on silent?" "Yes," Tom said. "Always. I hate loud noises." Anna sighed. "That doesn't help us. We can't even call it." Tom looked hopeless. "Maybe I need to buy a new one." Anna shook her head. No. Let's think smart. Maybe you can use the computer to find it. You know, with that app, Find My Phone." Tom's face suddenly lit up. "Yes, that's a great idea." Anna smiled proudly. "Finally, we're thinking clearly." Tom ran to his desk, ready to open the computer. But then he stopped and froze. A confused look covered his face. "Wait, I can't remember my password." Anna laughed so hard she almost cried. "Tom, maybe your phone is hiding because it's tired of you." Tom sighed. "Maybe you're right. Maybe my phone needs a vacation." But even though they were laughing, Tom still felt desperate inside. He needed that phone, and he wasn't going to stop until he found it. Tom sat at his desk, staring at the computer screen. He was determined to find his phone this time. "Okay," he whispered to himself. "This is easy. I'll just use the Find My Phone app. People do it all the time." Anna sat beside him, watching with a small smile. "Yes, good idea. Just sign into your account and make the phone ring," she said calmly. Tom nodded seriously, ready to act like a tech genius. He moved the mouse, opened a new tab, and started typing. But after a few seconds, Anna noticed something strange. "Tom," she said slowly, "what are you doing?" Tom didn't look up. "I'm downloading the Find My Phone app." Anna blinked. "Wait, from where?" Tom smiled proudly. "From the App Store." Anna stared at him in disbelief. "Tom, you're using your phone to download the app?" Tom froze. His hands stopped moving. He looked down. And yes, he was holding his phone the entire time. For a few seconds, there was complete silence. Then Anna burst out laughing. She laughed so hard she had to hold her stomach. "Tom, you've been looking for your phone for 3 hours, and it's been in your hand the whole time. Tom's face turned red. No, wait. I mean, I was just checking something. But there was no way to save himself. Anna was laughing uncontrollably, and even Tom started laughing too. I can't believe this, he said. I lost my mind before I lost my phone. Anna wiped her tears. You really did. You searched every corner of your house, even the fridge. While holding it, Tom looked at his phone like it was a magician's trick. How did I not notice this? I was using my flashlight to search under the bed, with the phone in my hand. Anna nodded, still smiling. Tom, I think you just broke a world record for the funniest mistake ever. Tom shook his head and laughed. This is not funny. Okay, maybe a little. He sat back on the sofa, finally relaxed, holding the phone like a treasure. All this time, he said, my phone was safe. It was my brain that got lost. Anna chuckled. Exactly. You didn't lose your phone, Tom. You lost your mind for a few hours. Tom smiled, embarrassed but relieved. The chaos was over, and now it was time to laugh at himself. After the long laughter, Tom tried to calm down. He couldn't believe what had just happened. He had turned his apartment upside down, called for help, and almost cried, all while holding the phone in his hand. But as he looked at the phone, something still felt strange. The battery icon was red and flashing. Oh no, he said. It's almost dead. He quickly plugged it into the charger and sighed with relief. You gave me a heart attack today, he told his phone like it could hear him. Anna was still smiling. So tell me, how did you not notice you were holding it? Tom scratched his head. I think I was half asleep. When I woke up, I picked it up to turn off the alarm, and then I just kept it in my hand while searching. Anna laughed again. That's what happens when you love your phone too much. Tom looked around at his messy apartment. Clothes everywhere, chairs moved, drawers open. It looked like a small tornado had passed through. I think I made more work for myself than if I had lost the phone for real, he said, starting to laugh too. Then, as he cleaned, he found some things he had forgotten about. An old photo under the sofa, a missing sock behind the TV, even a chocolate bar he bought weeks ago. Well, at least something good came out of this, he said, eating the chocolate happily. Anna shook her head. Tom, only you could turn losing your phone into a comedy show. Tom smiled proudly. What can I say? I like to make life interesting. Before Anna left, she said jokingly, next time you lose your phone, check your hands first. Tom laughed. Don't worry, that's the first place I'll look now. When she left, Tom sat quietly for a moment. He looked at his phone again and smiled. It was funny how something so small could cause so much panic and laughter. He took a deep breath and finally felt calm. His morning disaster had turned into an unforgettable story. That evening, Tom sat on his sofa with a cup of tea in his hand and a calm smile on his face. The apartment was finally clean again, and his phone was safely charging beside him. The morning felt like a crazy dream now, one he could laugh about. He thought about how silly he had been. I searched every room, even the fridge, he said to himself, shaking his head. And the whole time, my phone was right in my hand. He couldn't stop laughing every time he remembered Anna's face when she realized it. But deep inside, Tom also learned something important that day. He realized how much he depended on his phone. For time, music, messages, even for comfort. Maybe I should take a little break from it, he said quietly. Maybe life isn't just inside a screen. So that night, Tom did something unusual. He turned off his phone, put it on the table, and picked up a real book. One with paper pages and no notifications. Felt strange at first, but peaceful. The room was quiet. There were no message sounds, no vibrations, no alarms. Just Tom, his tea, and the soft sound of turning pages. He smiled and whispered, sometimes, Losing something helps you find yourself. Before going to bed, he looked at his phone one last time and laughed. "Good night, my little troublemaker," he said. That night, Tom slept better than ever. And from that day on, whenever he couldn't find something, he always checked his hands first. Because he knew now, sometimes what we're looking for is already with us, we just need to slow down and see it. And that was today's story, Lost Phone, Lost Mind. I hope you enjoyed it and maybe even laughed a little with Tom's adventure. If you liked this story, don't forget to subscribe to Daily English Academy for more fun and simple English stories every week. Share your thoughts in the comments. Have you ever lost your phone like Tom did? I'd love to hear your funny stories too. See you in the next episode.